I'm Zach. For the next 3 months, I'm going to be exploring jazz, which is something I've never really done before. My goal right now is to get through all of the comp examples in the art of bop drumming. I'm trying to spend 25 minutes on each one, mainly so I can get the jazz technique down. For the sake of beginning, this is where I started. So yeah. After a long weekend of gigging, I think I'm a bit sick today, but I'm still gonna try and get some little bit of practice in. But I'm almost done with the page comp example 1. It's like my second week on it. So it can be frustrating to wonder if you're doing the right thing. And I think about this a lot because I didn't go to school for this. I didn't learn from any big players or anything. I just love doing it. But there is progress. So it's been a couple weeks. I finally got my right hand feeling good, like the swing pattern. It took a lot of troubleshooting. I think a lot of the time my issue was that I wasn't using enough wrist when I was playing, which I found this out from watching a number of videos by Peter Erskine, John Riley, and Greg Hutchinson on just like perfecting hand technique. And it was one of those things where it made me realize that I think all my techniques are a little bit off. I use a lot of finger when I play. And I don't think so far I've seen it be such a huge limitation, but as I get better, it's been prohibiting me from like reaching full potential. I want to talk about some other stuff today, and that is that the ride swing pattern matters a lot. It always seems to lie somewhere between a triplet pattern with a and a 16th note pattern, which is neither one is wrong, but both have very different feelings under different context. Not to mention that all drummers tend to accent them a little bit differently. And for the most part, anyone in the swing era and pretty much the bebop era as well, they all did the same thing. They kept the pulse on 1, 2, 3, 4, and they kept the skip note a bit quieter. So something like Art Blakey, what they did is in practicing this over and over again, I've noticed that what matters is it feels consistent. And that's something that like comes from inside. It's an emotion. It's not really a sound. Well, it's a sound that triggers an emotion. And so when you're practicing it, it's about sitting there and really feeling it, just the because it's a dance, you know? It's supposed to feel good to dance to, and if you can't move to it, who will? And I have no idea how to get back to my car from here. I didn't practice today. Well, I did practice today. I didn't practice as much as I could because I lost an orgasm. I wanted to take a time to talk about the side of like the frustration in learning music, especially by yourself. I basically spent a month trying to get the ride pattern right, but now it feels good. I wasn't taking videos because for a while I didn't want to see myself play, and I wasn't really asking for help. I tried 3 or 4 times to go out to a jazz jam, and I bailed every time. It is frustrating. It's like you try and try again to get something sounding right. You know, I enjoy the process more than anything, but growth is never a linear thing. I think I've focused on practicing like time and technique so much because I don't have that feedback system. You know, I don't have a mentor. I don't have a community yet, you know. These are all things I want, but there's a constant battle of resistance that I have to go through to feel like I deserve those kinds of things. Yeah, above all else, I think like this last month that I'm working on fundamentals, I just really want to make sure I'm getting the feeling right. And so I've been starting to listen to Art Blakey, but as per like John Riley's recommendations, I really want to get into Max Roach, I guess some old Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich, which I haven't really ventured into yet. I'm just really excited to learn more about jazz. And I don't know, I like the idea of studying it a lot. It's a lot of fun. So I finally finished the comp exercises for snare drum, and now I'm moving on to just the kick drum ones. I've started doing a lot more research on the different eras of jazz and the drummers of jazz. Like, I've just finished watching this Gene Krupa documentary that talks about his showmanship, and it's actually really inspiring to watch. So it's fascinating to hear about, I guess, like all these names I've heard, and it definitely is giving me like this much deeper appreciation for jazz. And it's weird how long I've like struggled to find that kind of meaning in it and value in it. And it feels like the answer all along was just to really just dive in and learn about the history of it. One of the frustrations I still have is that every time I get into like some part of the music, I learn that there's like a whole different technique that I'm missing out on, which is good because it's teaching me. She wants to be in the video. Hello. Begin. Everything about what I've done with jazz has improved my feel in every genre I play, and my technique in every genre. But it's just, I guess it's funny and it's frustrating sometimes to kind of get into the material and like realize how far behind it is. I don't know, it's all getting better, but it's yeah. I think watching a lot of these videos has given me like a new respect for mastery, and that's great, but it also like makes me realize how far I am from anything like that. I don't know, something about that is inspiring but also daunting. I just feel like watching like all these phenomenal drummers that I want to be like, there's always this fear that I'm not different. Like, even if I do end up practicing 2.5 hours a day for the rest of my life, what sets me apart? I feel like every day I get a little closer to understand like why things in the past haven't worked. And I feel like I can only ever blame myself, not in like an angry way, but like I have to take responsibility at some point for my role in everything. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm scared. I don't know if what I'm doing is ever gonna work out. I hope it does, and I will never stop trying. There's always a chance it doesn't. I think there's always like fears that's like, what if in the next 10 years I spend all this time doing this and I run out of time to like, you know, settle down with someone and have kids, or because of the path I'm choosing, that might never be an option. It's a fear that I'm having to sacrifice other things I want in life to do what I love to do, and to try and master the art of something. And I think combined with that is everything with what sets me apart, and why should I be any more paid attention to than anyone else out there. Like, there are millions of great drummers, and if I somehow gain like a mastery, then what sets me apart from them, and you know, what makes me different, what makes me important enough for people to remember. And I think like that's the deepest fear out of all of this, is like, you know, we want to be remembered for something, and this is what I want to be remembered for. But like, what does it matter if I do it alone? You know? I don't know. All right, I've got the day off today. So my goal is really to get through the rest of one page of the comp examples for the kick drum part. Again, the challenge is to do each one of them for 25 minutes each. It's gonna be like 5 hours, this is about to be the longest I've ever practiced, you know, by myself, pushing myself to do it. So, you know, yeah, wish me luck. All right, I'm 4/5 of the way there now. I'm only stopping because I need to go for a bike ride, and also I need to go eat with my family. It's been a lot easier than I thought it'd be, which is refreshing because I was worried going into it that I was not going to get through it, and for some reason I was going to be really upset about it. But I've only got 2 exercises left, and I think I'll easily be able to knock them out after I go do all this other stuff that I need to take care of. So far it's mission accomplished. I did it. There's something kind of like reassuring about knowing there's a long way left to go. I'm on this 10,000 hour journey. I'm only 3,000 hours in. It's like, I don't know, it's like hiking. It's like you see there's a mountain to climb and you see other people that have climbed it, and there's this excitement in the journey ahead. It's this feeling that like there's so much left to experience. You know, I was watching some Vinny Caliuta videos today. It's exciting to feel like that's what the top of the mountain could look like, and it's exciting to kind of imagine what that experience is like, you know, what it feels like to be there, to just be able to sit down and pull anything out. And I think I relate to it now just because even a year in, just being able to whip something out, you know, just being able to sit down at the kit and just let something smooth flow out. Sometimes I surprise myself about, you know, what I'm able to come up with or play. It's really cool to think about what that's gonna look like in a long time from now. And I think part of that is why I get so inspired to practice more or enjoy it. Because it's like every time I feel a bit smoother with something, it's just this, it's exhilarating feeling, you know, it's feeling like I'm somehow in motion with the universe. So I want to end this trying something new. Despite being a performer, I've been a bit shy about playing in public. Something about being heard playing has always been kind of traumatizing for me. But I feel like a natural part of getting better and getting more confident at what I'm doing is to really start trying to accept that drums can be a beautiful instrument and that maybe somebody wants to hear me. So I'm setting up at a park, try and get a little bit outside my comfort zone and go over everything I've learned. The first one I want to do is just some straight improv. The second one I'm gonna do is the dance beat, which is get it, get it, get it. The third one I go through is Modin by Art Blakey. This one is the one I definitely still need to work on more than anything. I think I'm the most behind on this one. It's one I've really enjoyed listening to and playing along to, but I haven't gotten nearly as good as I need to. There's still so much to explore here that like I'm really excited to get into it, but it's not time for it yet. And I really want to learn more about comping, more about soloing, learning vocabulary of other drummers, and really digging into the different time periods of jazz and learning more about the individual things. And I really want to get into the Afro-Cuban side of it, the Brazilian side of it, everything that has contributed to the hot pot that we call jazz nowadays. And I'm really excited to keep going into it. I've really enjoyed this so far, and I'm gonna keep enjoying it, and I hope you guys have had as much fun as I've had. I can't wait to see where this all goes, and I hope you guys stick along for the ride. Thanks for watching. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you sticking around, and I'll see you next time. Take care.